Welcome back to this week's video. What would I say? Take two. Hi everybody and welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be talking about all drugstore makeup. Except for maybe a couple things that I didn't have here, but anyway, mostly a drugstore makeup. I did this look here with everything I bought from the drugstore. And so if you're interested in seeing what I found and how I created this look, then please keep on watching. Sorry, had to get a coffee. I do not film unless I have coffee in front of me. It is so hot here right now. It's not even just regular hot. It is humid. I am sweating. I can't have a fan in here. There's not enough room. Okay, so I am moisturized, I am primed, and we are ready to get into this makeup. The first thing we're going to put on is a Burt's Bees Goodness Glows Liquid Makeup. This one is in the color 1025 Natural Beige. Unfortunately, in the drugstore that I went shopping in, they didn't have any testers. So I just had to kind of go by my neck. So I went like right about there, which actually is pretty close, hopefully. Let's see how well I did. Ooh, I may have taken too much. Put a lot on my freaking brush there. I don't smell anything from this. So this is a full coverage foundation. This darn thing is bugging me. I got it pretty close on the color match. When I was in the drugstore, I just noticed they didn't have a lot of color shades to choose from. But of course, drugstore brand, I don't think they normally have a lot. I will find out how many shades they actually do have. I'll see. They gotta have online somewhere. There is just one application. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Like around my lines here, it's pretty much sitting quite nice actually. I'm going to put one more layer just around my eyes here and maybe just my cheeks, my chin, because a lot of times the T-zone for me is a little bit red. So what I want to find out is it buildable without being cakey? So it is covering pretty good my, my dark inner circles there. This one here is always worse than my other eye, so we're gonna put a little more here. So there's with one layer just around my eyes again and on my chin, because my chin does get red for some reason. This one's more of a natural finish. It's not a matte finish, and it's not real dewy. Like I don't feel it on my skin. Like it's soft to the touch. It's a more natural finish. Usually I pick like a more matte finish, but this one is actually pretty good. Since I don't have a concealer from them, I'm gonna have to use my Dermablend, so we'll do that. So it works great with the other concealer. There seems to be no issues. They play well together. So for the eyeshadow, I picked 1510 in Blooming Desert. This one here, I just decided to pick this one because it's a more natural colored palette, and I think everybody could use this particular palette. There's no names on the colors here. I will just go into the darkest shade first. So that is the darkest shade there. And this is my Sigma E25 brush. And I'm going to just start packing that color into the outer V and just start bringing it in slowly here. Now I normally like it a little bit darker, so I'm going to dive into this color again, the darkest color, and I'm going to see if I can't darken up that outer edge just a little bit more. Just going to pack it on instead of brushing it out. I don't know if you can really see that, but it does have just a slight gold shimmer, so which actually doesn't bother me too much. I don't normally wear shimmers on the outer part or the crease of my eye just because my eyes are hooded, but for the most part it's slightly there and it's actually not too bad. As long as you don't mind a little bit of shimmer, you know, all over your crease and your outer V, then yeah, it should be all right. I'm just gonna go in with this darker color just on the inner corner of my eye. And there isn't much fallout. Like there's a little bit, but not bad. I can fix that up after. So it actually does blend really easily. Going in now with the brassy color, the shimmer, brass shimmer in there. That's the only way I know how to describe that, because that's what it looks like. I'm going to use my finger, of course. And that's it there. I am going to put that in the middle of my lid. Giving just a little bit of a halo eye. It'll be interesting to see how this foundation holds up. Like it is so humid right now out there. I'm gonna go in with the lightest of the colors. This one here I'm gonna use as my under the brow highlight, and I might even go in to the inner corner as a highlight. I'm using my Morphe X Jaclyn Hill, so JH40, and I am just going to put that under my brow. I didn't do my brows yet, I forgot. I do have a brow pencil here, so I will do that after. So just giving a little bit. I should have maybe used a different brush for this, but I like using my brush. This is a little pencil brush. I do not know what the number is. I just don't know. When it comes to Morphe kits, I don't know why they don't put the numbers on there. It'd be nice to know. It's not super bright, but it does brighten up, you know, the inner corner the way that I like it. Okay, and I'm just gonna go under my lid with that same dark color that I did my outer V with. And we'll just give a little bit right there. I just like to kind of connect the lower lid with the upper lid. Just find that helps a little bit to finish up the look. All right, so there is the finished look for the eyeshadow. Do I look crazy? We always look crazy before you, and you know what? I didn't even bring my coffee back in here. Yeah. Next up is Burt's Bees Brow Pencil. This one is 1605. This one is the blonde pencil, because anything for me that's darker is just too dark. So let's see how closely it matches my own brow. It went on actually pretty nice, and it comes with a spoolie at the end, so I am going to just brush this out a little bit. I find that brushing, especially a pencil, brushing it out a little bit just makes it more natural looking. You just pull it through your brow hairs and it looks nice. I don't like a brow that looks filled in. I like to do my brow as naturally as I possibly can. So that is the brow pencil. For next in line will be the Nourishing. This is a Nourishing eyeliner. Now this one is in 1405 soft black. You hear my kitty? There is the eyeliner. So for today's mascara, I will be using Burt's Bees Nourishing Mascara. This one is in 1305 Classic Black. Yes, gotta have black. So it actually has a really nice wand. There's the wand there. Hopefully. Now, I don't really have a lot of lashes. Like, I've got lashes, but they're not very long. They're not very thick. So we will be putting on falsies today, but they will be from the drugstore. So we'll put this on first. I am actually not the best person to be reviewing a mascara just because my lashes are so non-existent. All right, so for my eyes, this is 2 layers. Again, I don't have a lot of lash, so this mascara is not a lengthening mascara, so you're not going to really see too much. I am going to go put my lashes on and I will be right back. Boom, done. Okay, lashes are done. Now I'm just going to go underneath and do my lower lash. All right, so I did my lower lash with the mascara. A little bit did start falling, like flaking down, drying, and falling onto my face, which is kind of a normal situation when it comes to drugstore mascaras. Unfortunately, it wasn't too bad. I've had worse. So for blush, it will be Burt's Bees. This one here is in 1205 Bare Peach, which actually I thought was it's quite pretty. We're gonna use my favorite blush brush. That is my BH Cosmetics #2 brush. That's this one here. It is clean. I just give it a little like dry clean there. So we're gonna go into this one, and look, it actually has, you know, the marking of a bee's hive, like the hexagon shape. So I thought that's actually kind of cute. That's cute. I love bees. I actually have a dedicated glass with a little piece of cardboard that I scoop them up and put them back outside because I think they've got a nest growing up in the attic there, and they're always in this house, except for this year actually. It's been so wet here. that I think that's why there's actually not too many bees in my house this year. So, all right, I've tapped quite a bit of the excess off, and let's go in and so this is a nice blush. Like, it looks really natural. It goes well with this look. So I'm just going to put my blush on a little bit darker than I normally do, just because I find on the camera you can't see it as well. I'm just going to take a completely clean brush. This is the ColourPop F1. This one here, I'm just using this one just because it's clean and I want to buff that out now. And I like to buff it out with a clean brush because I don't want to add more product to my face. For the next thing, because I don't have any highlighter, they didn't have any highlighter, I think I'll just go in with a, I think this one will actually be a little bit too dark. Yeah, I think it'll be too dark. So I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of pink. This one here is from Derma Blend. This is Glow Creator. It's a multi-use liquid highlighter. I got this a while ago and I actually don't use it a lot, which is unfortunate. And I always put my highlighter just below my little lines there, because the highlighter is specifically to highlight. I do not want to highlight my little lines, you know, showing up under my eyes, so I just keep it down a little bit. And of course, if you don't want to use highlighter, don't use it. I do like highlighter. I just do. Just because I'm over 50 doesn't mean I shouldn't like highlighter. I see. But this is actually pretty highlighter. I don't know if you can see that or not. It is pretty. I have so many highlighters, and you know what? I don't know why I have so many. I'm a hoarder. I am a makeup hoarder. The only hoarding that you would actually see is the makeup I have in this room. So when I close the door, nobody else knows. Yeah, nobody else has to know, right? The lip. This one here is a liquid lip. Burt's Bees Liquid Lip. This one is in the color Niagara Nude, so 802. And then I also got the Burt's Bees lipstick in Suede Splash. This one is 502, but I think, see, I think either one of these will actually look, but I'm in the mood for, I love liquid lips. This one might actually be a little bit too dark. I think we'll use the liquid lip today just because I think it would look nicer with this look. Plus I got a shimmer to go on top of it. So yeah, we'll use this one. It has your average doe foot applicator, which is nice. You know, they pretty much all come like that. There is no, now they didn't have any lip liner, so I'm not using a lip liner today. Hopefully this one won't go into my little creases around my lips. This one has a little bit of a smell, but for the life of me, I can't tell you what it is. This one here looks a lot lighter than what it is in the packaging. Like if you look, I don't know if you can see that even. Like it looks a little bit darker here. I don't think this one is going to dry down. It just doesn't have that dry down feel. You know liquid lipsticks, they do dry down. You know they're going to dry down because it just feels that way. So it says liquid lip, but it feels more like a gloss to me with some tint in it. So like it's pretty. And it goes with this look really well. But I think what we'll do is we'll go in and try the lipstick because I want to try the lip shimmer. So we'll just take this one off. Since I bought the lipstick, we might as well try it. So that is it there. So you do get, it's, you know, it's the standard bullet like any other lipstick bullet. So it's a nice nude that you could wear with any smoky eye or, you know, natural look. I'm going to pat it. I'm going to take one of my little cloths there and pat it. Because I do want to try the shimmer. I mean, I bought the shimmer. Unless this one goes on by itself. It might actually go on by itself, you know? Look at that. Let's see if I can show you. So that is the shimmer there. It smells like chocolatey mint. It actually is really nice. I brought this, I twisted it up just a little bit to reveal just a little bit, but now, like to bring it up so I could use it, but now it won't go back down. So don't, you know, twist it all the way out. It may not go back down. Hopefully it doesn't get wrecked. No, that should be good. So there is the lip shimmer, and you know what? It goes really beautiful with this look. So I'm going to go off camera for a minute, go finish up my hair, and I will be right back to talk to you about this collection. All right, hair is done. Sorry, I just didn't want to leave it in that thing. It was just bugging me today. I don't know why. I did forget to mention that my lashes, unfortunately, are not Drugstore. I actually don't have any left. I did have to use my House of Lashes Wispy Minis. So that's these ones here. And yeah, so that's the one thing. I'm sorry I couldn't wear my Drugstore lashes. Just none around. First thing on my list will be my foundation. Most of the foundations that I buy are about $50 to $60. They have the same amount of product in them. This is 1 fluid ounce, but for $21.95, you can't really go wrong. It does say full coverage foundation. Now I find that with any foundation, it doesn't matter which foundation you use, high end or low end. The more you put on, the more cakey it's gonna be. That's just the way it is. I haven't found a foundation yet that can actually cover everything perfectly, especially for mature skin, without starting to look a little cakey. But for $21.95, you can't go wrong. The only problem I find with this, I think it has 18 shades. So unfortunately, you're not gonna, this is not gonna, you know, the color range, the tone range is not gonna be good for everybody. So it only has a small range of color, small range of tones. So in that case, you know, if you can't find your color, it's going to be a bit difficult. I just managed to be able to find mine, which I was lucky, but for the darker toned people, they don't have a lot. So that's a downer for this foundation. The next thing will be my mascara. So this mascara here, I paid $15.95. Now that's for 4 ounces of product inside of it. The one I wasn't really crazy about it just because it didn't add any length to my lashes, and I had quite a bit of chunky dry stuff fall under my eyes, which is not something I really appreciate from a mascara. So the mascara for me, unfortunately, will be a pass. So for the eyeshadow, this one here runs at $16.95. Now that is Canadian. I bought it in a Canadian drugstore, and all shimmers. So if you don't like to have all shimmers, like if you don't want to have all shimmers on your eye, you're not going to like this palette. But I found that it worked, you know, not too bad. Like you can't really see the shimmer, like in this dark one here. The shimmer wasn't real prominent, but it worked good. If you like the simple, you know, 3-pan palette, you don't want to have to be guessing, you just want to throw it in your bag or whatever, it will last you a long time. I mean, you know, eyeshadow palette is an eyeshadow palette, but for the natural, smoky, natural look that you don't want to be thinking about, you don't want to be trying to pick colors and wondering what you know, what color should go with what, this is a good option. But unfortunately, it's a little bit higher priced than I would like to see, specifically for a drugstore product. For the blush as well, $16.95 as compared to ColourPop's, which is usually about $10. Now this one here is a 19-ounce pan. This one here is a 19-ounce pan. ColourPop's is a 15-ounce pan, so you're getting a little bit more in here, but it's still slightly higher than I would like to pay specifically from a drugstore, but it is a good blush. The liquid lipstick, it didn't dry down for me at all, so it's more like a lipstick in my opinion, because I prefer a liquid lip that actually dries right down. This one doesn't dry right down, but it is pretty. It does go really well with this natural look. And for $10.95, that's pretty much the going rate for a liquid lipstick. So if you don't mind the fact that it doesn't dry down, but it is a good natural looking liquid lipstick, this one would be a good bet for you. For the lipstick, I bought this one. This one I bought for $10.95. It is a beautiful nude that will go with this whole natural look, and it is quite pretty. It's very moisturizing on the skin, so yes, I do like this one, and I will be wearing it more often just to have that natural look in my lips. I do like that. So this one here, not a bad buy at all. For the lip shimmer, I actually really like this one. This one here is my favorite of the 3 lip products. It is a little bit tingly, but it definitely has a chocolatey mint smell to it. It's very beautiful. The only problem is that once you know, turn the little applicator to push up your product, this one here anyway is not going back down. So be careful. Do not push it up too much. It may not go back down. I don't want to push mine all the way up to find that it won't go back down, because you'll wreck the product. So, but I just love that minty chocolate smell, and you could wear this one alone or on top of your any liquid lipstick. So this one here, I definitely liked it. I don't know if I mentioned already, but I only paid $6.95 for it. So definitely, and they have quite a range of different colors that you can choose. Really like this one. Definitely like this one. For my eyeliner, I actually did like this pencil. For $14.95, it's a little bit higher than I would like to pay, but it went on smoothly. There was no pulling of my skin, so really liked it. And it would be easy to do your, you know, your tight lining if you wanted to. So this one definitely like. I did like the Burt's Bees collection. There's some things I probably wouldn't buy just because the price range is just a little bit more than what I'd like to spend coming from a drugstore product. But all in all, it was good. It's still on my face. The foundation is starting to show through just a little, like the imperfections on my face are starting to show through with the foundation. So it isn't wearing as long as I was hoping it was going to wear. I've only had it on my face for a couple hours, but I mean, you know, you're only paying $21.95 for a foundation from the drugstore. Basically, it's just going to even out your skin tone. But if you have younger skin, it may work better on you. I don't know. My skin, you know, is more mature, and I also have a combination to dry skin. So there I have to always find a more water-based foundation, something a little bit, you know, that's not gonna completely sink into my pores and my fine lines. So that's it for this week's video. If you'd like to see more like this or any other makeup that you'd like to see me review, specifically for mature skin, since I have slightly mature skin, I'm going to head on out here and get my day started. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I would love to see you for next week's video.